convertible here. Here we go. Got the old 780. Pulled it out of the convertible. So you got the standard size there for the 780, and just a vacuum secondary, and got the old 850 manual double pumper. So doesn't look like there's that much of a difference in the blades. I'd have to look that up and see if our 850s actually got some bigger blades or not. I would assume they're, you know, 16th inch or 8th inch bigger or something of that sort. But I noticed when I put the street slicks on it, so to speak, that you know, I felt like that vacuum secondary kind of stumbled and wouldn't open up all the way when the tires were catching. So I figure I'd get a little more violent and go ahead and throw a 850 double pumper on it, so when I lay into it, it's got everything it can take. It doesn't have to wait to open up a secondary valve. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. All right, so luckily, you know, she bolted right up, nothing to it. We swapped out that fuel line. Of course, we had to, you know, disconnect and reconnect the vacuum hose for the distributor. And then I got 4 bolts in the corner to pop them off. We disconnected the fuel line right here. All I did was take that fitting off, and the whole old carburetor came off of there. And of course, on this side, you know, we had the old put this Chrysler modification bracket on there for the Holly, and hook the cable up. But definitely made a difference. Just listen to it idle. Where does this thing go? Well, it seemed like idling a little high. I could probably throttle her back a little bit. But yeah, we'll get her out for a ride and see how much of a difference it makes. At some point in time, I think maybe in shipping, I'm gonna have to get another throttle bracket for it. It's end up being really loose with that throttle bracket. That shouldn't do that. So that's not a good thing. So I'll be ordering a throttle bracket for it and swap that out. Might even just replace the entire base plate. Might be easier, but we'll see. We're going to go ahead and pull this carburetor back off of here, since we have that loose throttle linkage on there. Right, so the next thing we did was pull the pin out of this throttle cable bracket here, and pull the throttle cable neck loose. So next we'll go ahead and get the gas line disconnected, and all we got is the 4 bolts and the vacuum hose. Of course, you got the old positive crankcase ventilation on the back. The distributor, in the way it makes it hard to get off. We'll do this, take that with us. How about that? So we got the 4 1/2-inch bolts off of that baby, and should be ready to come right off of there. Let's see what happens. Oh, there she goes. That's it. All right, so we got her on the bench here. Just gonna drain her out fairly well. I got a nice old towel sitting here in case we leak any more gasoline, but for the most part, looks like got about 6 screws that got to come out for this base plate to come off. You know, the PC valve comes off with it. Got some vacuum lines. All the other carburetor parts kind of stay in place, but the whole linkage setup, which is banged up somehow, this all comes off with the plate, and all this stuff is on the plate. The only thing we got to watch out for is, you know, this pumps. Got pump front and back here that are part of the base plate, so we'll have to fumble with that a little bit, twist it or turn it to get it so that it goes underneath of these. Got the 30cc pump on the front and a 50cc pump on the back on the 850 double pumper. So let's go ahead and check out our new base plate. We got the old Proform Billet base plate. Man, that thing is absolutely gorgeous. Some thin looking blades, some really flat screws holding that thing together. They're all shiny and pretty. Look at that. So let's go ahead and get our screws out of this one, see if it falls apart, at least with that. Yeah, that's better. I'll crack it loose with a big monster. They're not real tight, but I feel like maybe they got some Loctite on them. Might be something I look at. I'm gonna put the other ones back on there. They're nice and loose, so they should just come right out. Oh yeah, that's it, right out. Sure. But like I said, we got that 50cc pump under there, so I want to crack it loose and turn it. And there, off she comes. See what we got. Lines up. Universal, so to speak. So I'd say we're ambidextrous. I'm looking at the thing lining up, basically lining right up with that. So let's see if we got pins in here too, so that it lines up on these pins. Go ahead and get our gasket on the pins. It looks like that just kind of, pins actually help it hold the gasket in place. Of course, we got the PCV in the back. We got our little double pumper thingies in there. So actually, I gotta put those on. Did not realize they're gonna make you take some parts off of this and put it onto there. I gotta take both of those off. I gotta take both of these actuators off and get them on our arms. So we'll do that after we get it set on here. Throw these screws in lightly, just in case we have to pull them back out and we gotta drop back and punt. Let's just snug these and we'll see if we can just get it all started and get our rods on there for pump shots. There we go. And we got a nice little rod that does not seem to have any trouble. So we got this big spring thing here, it's tapping right into my it's tapping right into the thermostat. So what we got over here, this one just has a, does not have that big nut on there. Maybe we just take that big nut off. Not really sure. Thought it was going to be a seamless swap. Obviously not. That's on with a C-clip, so we gotta get that on there, and we'll go ahead and swap that one too. Let me see if this will come right off of there. That doesn't seem like, I'm not sure why that doesn't fall off of there, but let's take this one off of here. There we go. It just kind of popped off of there. There's shoes on there a little tighter than one would think, but see if this will fit back on there. Find the flat part on there. That baby fits right on there, so if we look like we're going to be stuck with that, we just need to probably find a shorter screw, I guess is my. Alright, so I was able to get that screw off of out of the end of the shaft on the other base plate and tighten it down in there, and I was able to run the little Allen threaded nut up, and you can see it in there touching the bottom of the screw. So I kind of preset this idle circuit on the back. You know, these secondaries are open just a hair. So once I get it on there, if it's not open enough, I'll have to play with it some more. But this screw's got the lock washer underneath of it, so I snugged it down on there nice and tight, and now it allows my secondary to get full travel without having a screw over top of it. So I think that's going to work. I might just have to fiddle with it. I do believe sitting on there, I don't think I'm getting an Allen wrench up there, so we'll still be doing most of the idle circuit off of the front. I might open it up just a hair more, so we can run idle all four corners. But just something else I got to fiddle with once I get it on there. So let's finish it up, and we'll get it back on and give it a shot. Still got to change these this bracket for the Mopar connection. 2 bolts here, and then this can stay on there actually. We'll hook it up on the new arm, and that way our throttle bracket will bolt right on it. And of course the modification bracket for Mopar doesn't fit, because this bracket from Proform does not have that same little offset to line these 2 pieces up down at the bottom. They got the offset on the bottom down there where the bottom piece kind of bolts onto it, but they missed something up here. So the screw that I have with this isn't long enough, so I'm gonna have to get a longer screw. I'm gonna have to put a little spacer in between there or something, modify it, customize it. All right, so I used a bushing from Shifter right in between there. Give us that bracket on that baby. So we're good there. All right, so we're just putting a little bit of, just a drop of blue Loctite on each of these, just for safety purposes. I don't know that they're outside or inside the hole in the base plate there. They might not go anywhere if they do come loose, but no need to take that chance. Just put a little drop on there, and then we'll snug them all up by hand. Go here, we'll crisscross, there, 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 and I'll go middle this side, and I'll go middle this side. I'm using a nice big Phillips head, because these screws look like they got some big things in them, so you get them nice and tight. All right, we got that bracket on there. She's actuating pretty good. Our secondaries are opening all the way. Everything's nice and smooth, actuating. We got our shots are pumping. May need some adjustment once we get her back on there, but yeah, it's like giving it a good shot. Might be all we need. Get her in there, we can, at least now we can make some adjustments. Everything on there, or we open it up all the way. Worst case, I'll have to pull it off and get to this screw again here to open that secondary. Just set it right back on there. Didn't take the gasket off or nothing. So, got your washers and got your bolts. Washers, 1/2-inch bolts. These things are not a whole lot of complexity getting on and off. You know, tighten them up side to side so you don't crack the base plate. A lot of these base plates get cracked over time, especially the cast ones, the stock Holley cast ones. This Billet one should take a lot more. So we'll just snug down right there, down, down, this one down, down, down. All right, so on goes the PCV valve. There we go with that. PCV successful. All right, make sure, yeah, it's 7/8. Yes, it is. Snugged on there. Guys, I think I had a close enough. Definitely need to make some adjustments. See if we can't get it running right. Well, she still has a little bit of a stumble off idle, so we'll get her there. A little bit of tuning here and there, and she'll be running like a champ. I think it's a huge difference from those vacuum secondaries. It's going to light them up like nothing else. All right, guys. Well, if you enjoyed watching us flip-flop that base plate and fight it and to get it on there, hope you like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything else coming up.